Hi there and welcome to September 2020 Pick a Card reading. If you are new here, hi, welcome. My name is Jasmine. I'm a psychic medium. And if you are familiar with the channel, welcome back and thank you for watching me again. So today I am going to be doing a pick a card for September 2020. If you are new to pick a card readings, just be mindful that there is some messages there that are general. They're not going to fit everyone, just take what resonates. So I'm going to get to the piles in a little minute. If you'd like to know what cards I'm using, I will be popping them in the description box down below. Also, if you would like to book a private paid reading with myself, I'll also be popping the links to schedule that in with myself as well. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to ask you to take a couple of deep breaths, and I'm just going to hold up the cards. I just need to pop them in the right order. Okay, I'm just going to hold up these cards for you to choose from. So number one is this one here, commitment. This is group one. Group number two is strength. Group number three is blessings. Okay, I'm going to show you them again. Just take a few moments to silently tune in and pick the card that resonates to you. You might want to go with the image that's on the picture, or it might be, you know, the word itself that you're drawn to. Okay. Timestamps will be down below. Okay, so group number one, let's get started with you. Okay, so if you were pick number one, which was commitment. Okay, I'm just going to kind of show you that card. It shows you, it looks like a dove in some kind of, I don't know if that's like a crow or something. It doesn't quite look like an eagle, but they are holding what looks like a woven cord here, and you can see that it's in the shape of a heart. We've also got like what looks like a moon behind it. And right at the start of September, we have got the full moon in Pisces, which is causing us to have like heightened emotions. It's a time for dreaming. It's a time for deep introspection as well. So if you've picked this card, you may be feeling that you are kind of focused on your relationships right now. You may be focused on commitment between you and a significant other. Perhaps commitment is something that keeps coming up for you in your life just now. It could be a lack of commitment or trying to strengthen a commitment. Now I'm hearing a couple of different things here. Okay, just remember it's different messages for different people. They might not all resonate with you. So what I'm picking up here is like, for some of you, I feel as if, yes, you're working on commitment between you and a significant other. I feel as if perhaps one of you is more invested than the other, or it could be that there are some commitment issues within the relationship. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean it could be infidelity, but what that could mean is it could mean that there is like a lack of commitment when it comes to showing up within the relationship, a lack of commitment when it comes to putting the other person first. Or maybe this person isn't always there for you. Okay, it might not necessarily be a relationship. It could also be a friendship as well. Maybe like the other person isn't showing up for you. Maybe they're not available to you when you need them. The other thing I'm hearing is commitment to yourself. Perhaps you're always putting other people before you. Maybe you're like me. Maybe you are a parent and you're always putting your kids first because naturally they come first. So sometimes you go on the back burner, and sometimes you're not always giving yourself like the full time and care that you need. I'm also hearing commitment to certain projects. So when it comes to the month of September, the number associated with September is obviously the ninth month of the year. Our numerology, number 9, is we're kind of bringing about anything that is unfinished or unchanged. Okay, so we're before we move into like 10, before we become like we move into that wholeness, that completion, we are kind of looking at maybe what is unfinished in our life. What do we need to give our commitments to? I feel strongly that many of you may be like looking at your diet, your lifestyle, particularly now that quarantine and lockdown restrictions are starting to ease a little bit. It's giving you that time to focus more on yourself. The other thing I am drawn to with this card is that I feel as if this could be to do with connections between you and another person. Might not necessarily be someone that you are in a relationship with, but it could be someone from your past where you have got a particular excuse me, I had the cold last week, where you had like a strong bond or a strong connection or tie to that person, and perhaps this person is, maybe they are showing up in your life again. Perhaps you're feeling like that kind of energetic pull towards them. Okay, maybe they might not necessarily be like saying that they want you back or anything, but they could be showing up in your life and you feel like you want to move towards them, and perhaps you're trying not to. So this may be indication where maybe some more healing is needed, or maybe where we need to cut those ties. Okay, so now we're just going to go into your tarot cards. I'm trying not to cough throughout this. Okay. Okay, so let's see what we have for your tarot cards for the month of September, group 1. Okay, so looking at your cards, like we do have some that are in reverse, but that's not always a bad thing. Okay, so what have you been dealing with recently? We have the Seven of Swords in reverse here. We have Death in reverse. And we have the Three of Swords in reverse. So what I'm picking up from these cards is that you have been dealing with something that has been disappointing. Okay, there's an energy of heartbreak, or an energy of feeling defeated, disappointed. I want to go back to what we were saying about this commitment card here. Now, for some of you, I feel as if some of you may have been dealing with a third-party situation. Now, this is not for everybody. And what I'm kind of feeling here with the Seven of Swords in reverse, when the Seven of Swords is in reverse, this is when someone is being found out, or someone is coming clean about their indiscretions, or you could have found out about it through another source. Okay, it might not necessarily be that there is like a third party in particular, or maybe it's just someone coming clean about their own behavior or why they're maybe not showing up in the relationship. But when this card is upright, when the Seven of Swords is upright, is usually there's something sneaky going on, or someone is lying, or someone is trying to pull the wool over your eyes. But because it's reversed, it indicates that this is someone who's being found out. This is someone who is, if they're not found out, they could be coming clean about it. And the Death card in reverse, now the Death card upright normally means transformation. It's not death in the physical sense. It is like the end of a cycle. It's the end of something else to bring in new energy. But because it's in reverse, it tells me that this isn't over yet. So whatever it is that you're dealing with, you are not quite finished with it yet. However, with the Three of Swords in reverse, that's kind of telling me that you're starting to move beyond this heartbreak. You're starting to move out of that heartbreak energy, that that kind of hopelessness. You're starting to kind of you know, pave the way forward. So it could be that you're doing some forgiveness, or with the death card in reverse, you know, maybe you're ready to kind of give things another go, or maybe you're ready to give this person another chance and try and look at healing this connection. We also have, this was an extra card that popped out for you guys, the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so that tells me that like this is about balance. Now, typically the Six of Pentacles is really about balancing your finances, and you know, the balance of give and take, abundance. You know, there's got to be equal take and equal give. But I feel like um in relation to what we're talking about just now when it comes to relationships, this could be, you know, balancing things out with the scale here, you know, both coming together and working out what has went wrong. Okay, I feel with the Ace of Cups next to it, we've got the rest of the cards are upright. I feel as if this is like a new chapter of healing. So I feel like you're working on yourself. If you've been having relationship difficulties, or you've been seeing like the same pattern of um, commitment issues coming up again and again, well, this is kind of telling, I feel like for many of you, you're starting to question like, why is this happening? And we're looking in at ourselves, where maybe if we're having I was about to say communication issues, perhaps we are having communication issues, but maybe if we're having commitment issues, we need to kind of look at where we don't show up for ourselves first and fix that energy of commitment within ourselves before we can expect, you know, commitment to show up in our lives, whether that's relationships or maybe that's something financial or something in business. So before we can expect that from anyone else, we have to kind of unravel um, our own life. Let me just pop that in silent. So we have to like unravel like our own, like our kind of like the blueprint of our energy, and work out, you know, maybe where we're not giving our full commitment to ourselves. The Two of Cups here indicates that whatever has happened in the past, whatever has been going on in your relationship, you're kind of, you're coming to a truce, and you're both deciding to come together and work on that. Now, if it's not a case of someone's being unfaithful, again, it could just be that they're not showing up fully for you in the relationship. And I feel like you're having a heart to heart here and really kind of beginning to see what is out there in terms of your relationship, and like how you can fix it, how you can grow together. Excuse me again. The Ace of Pentacles here, I feel as if there's like a new chapter here awaiting for you. I don't feel like, for many of you, I don't feel as if like you're going to be single. I feel like, you know, you are working um to really kind of see if you can fix this relationship. For those of you who are single, I feel as if this could be in relation to yourself. Like, what is it that you are struggling with? Where do you disappoint yourself? Where are you unable to commit to yourself? Do you lie to yourself? Are you telling yourself that, you know, your conscience is clean when you're trying to achieve a particular goal? Or are you really having to kind of dig a little bit deeper right now and find out why you keep sabotaging yourself? Okay. Okay, so for some of you, I really feel as if there could be something coming up with an ex. There could be someone coming back in your life, and this could actually be where, you know, you really need to dig deep. You really need to kind of look at the healing and, you know, weigh it up. Weigh it up. Are you ready to take this person back? Or, you know, is this something that needs to end, but you're unwilling to let it end? Do you need to cut energetic cords with someone? Okay. Moving on to your oracle cards, we have why. So some of you may be like, for some of you who haven't quite worked this out yet, maybe you're still in that process of kind of going, why is this happening to me? Why does this keep showing up in my life? We have TikTok. Okay, TikTok. So I feel like I just had a thought about the actual like TikTok, as in TikTok videos. I feel like maybe some of you have been watching TikTok videos and maybe looking for like advice or following someone looking for ways in which you can like figure things out. Okay, but I'm also seeing like this TikTok is also about, feeling like maybe time is running out. Perhaps time is running out for some of you who are not really sure where this relationship is going or this certain situation is going. Maybe you feel like, it's time to sort it out. Maybe you're like, I can't keep doing this, like I've not got forever, like life is too short. I need to kind of um I need to get this sorted out, or I need to walk away from this. Like, how many times are we going to repeat this same cycle? We've also got deep knowing. So for me, that kind of tells me that like whatever it is that's going on within your situation, within your life just now, you have like a deep knowing about how things are going to turn out, or whether this person is actually going to commit to you full time. I feel like maybe for some of you, like this other person might be in another relationship. They may be married or they may be committed to someone else, but you still feel like that tug towards them. Perhaps like you can't stop seeing them despite um how much you want it to stop. Um, Past life relationship here, and it says you have known each other before, so this particular person that you're dealing with, it feels like you have got like a strong like karmic connection to them. You could have been together in a past life, and this is like all these kind of issues that you're having now. This is what you're trying to work out in this life. You didn't resolve them in the last life, so you've came together to kind of really kind of work out all that kind of karmic energy and the change. We've got forgiving and learning. I did mention forgiving before, and it says, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Okay, so what are you hanging on to that needs to be released? Because if you're not releasing your feelings, and when I say feelings, you're not releasing your feelings, like if you're harboring like a lot of guilt, maybe even like if you are harboring guilt towards yourself, if you're feeling guilty for something that you've done, or excuse me, you're feeling guilty, and maybe you need to forgive yourself. But if you're harboring all these negative feelings, then you're not able to kind of move forward with a clean slate here. What else was I going to say about that? Forgiveness is about reaching a point in your circumstance where you make a decision that what has happened is no longer going to affect how you feel. It doesn't mean that you're letting the person get away with whatever it is that they've done, but it means that you're not going to let it affect you anymore. You're not going to keep bringing it up and going round and round in circles with it. You're going to let it go. And we've got free yourself. Okay, it is time to take back control of your life. So what is it that you want? What is it you want from a relationship? Or what is it that you want from the relationship with yourself? We have got romance. So your relationship could be, it looks as if like your relationship could be strengthening this month, or that could be the relationship with yourself. Don't stop. So don't stop. For me, that's like don't stop all the hard work that you've put in. Don't stop. Um, Even if you're not getting the results that you want, if you're working on a particular goal, it's encouraging you not to stop. We've also got unlikely. I feel like the unlikely, like for some of you, I feel the unlikely is with regards to like a third party situation. I feel like for some of you there could be some gossip about whether or not someone was unfaithful, but I'm not feeling that. I feel like that is what is unlikely, especially with this Seven of Swords in reverse, because that's about coming clean. So I feel like If someone's like harboring like a secret, or they're going to come clean about something, I don't feel like it's about infidelity. It could just be they're being very secretive about something. Okay, so that's a message for someone specific. I also feel for some of you, like some of you are in that place where you are honestly reassessing the relationship and you're like, no, do you know what? I can't go on with this anymore. I am done. And that's where your unlikely comes in. Like, you're like, you know within your heart that this is not likely to progress any further. Some of you are honestly just done with this. Okay, so what advice do we have for moving forward in September? We have got Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study, and higher learning. I'll jump into these in a minute. The great serving, Mars energy, anger, conflict, and softening to love. And activated Earth, power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. Okay, so the first one, Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. That for me really kind of talks about, like, you know, I was talking about this relationship or this connection to someone where it feels like, you know, you've been with them before. It feels like a past life connection. You know, if this is kind of coming up for you, this is like, it's asking you to kind of, instead of looking at what is going on within this relationship as something that's happening to you as bad luck, or like, you know, why is this happening? Like, understand that from a higher perspective, this is life lessons. This is lessons for your soul's growth. And the reason why it keeps happening over and over again is so that you can obtain the lesson for it. Now, once we learn the lesson, we have to take action on the lesson. We need to apply it to our life. Because if we're not done with it, if we haven't learned the lesson, then it's going to show up, and it's going to show up in different situations. And it might not necessarily be that it shows up with your lover or your partner, you know, the next time around. If you've not dealt with it, it could be that it shows up with your relationship with your mother, your relationship with your friends. It is going to show up in some way until you integrate the, you know, the meaning, the understanding of this lesson. Like, what is it teaching you? Is it teaching you that you need to kind of be forthright? Is it teaching you that you need to be forthright? You know, you need to come clean with what you expect from a relationship. Do you need to work on your boundaries? Do you need to kind of work on whatever it is that is coming forward? Like, let me get that, hang on. Let me make sense of that. I feel it's about, you know, what boundaries and standards you are, you know, that you need to kind of adapt to, like, that you need to kind of put down and integrate into your life. Okay, because I'm seeing the home, I'm seeing stability. When I look at this, I feel like home and stability, and yeah, I feel like it's about structure. Okay, and we've got the great severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. Like, are we feeling like a lot of anger just now? Like, what is behind that anger? You know, are you at each other's throats? Like, do you need to kind of like, do you need to pull back? Do you need to kind of like, if you feel like the anger rising, do you need to take yourself somewhere else to cool down before you have that conversation? Like, why do you feel triggered? If you can't have the conversation without going to anger, or you're feeling unheard, like, put it in a letter. But it's saying soften to love, like, soften the anger here. It could be that you just like, you're like, the anger is like energy that needs to be cleared here. Activated earth, power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. So I feel as if this is about trusting your intuition. And I feel like for some of you, like, you get the best you make the best decisions when you're out in nature, when you're in the woods, when you're under the stars or you're under the moon. And you know, we've got the full moon coming up at the start. Perhaps what we need to do with this full moon on the 2nd is to, which is a Pisces full moon, is perhaps write down everything about the relationship that no longer serves us. Perhaps we need to release the anger, release the emotions, and release what is no longer serving us. Okay, so pile 1 for September, it looks like, you know, we're having like a really good think about our relationships and the role that we play in them. I hope that it all resonated with you. And remember, just look down below if you would like to connect with me to book a private reading. All the information is down below, and I'll look forward to seeing you soon. Bye. Hi, group 2 who picked the Strength card. This is your reading for September 2020. I'm just kind of tuning into this card. Some of you are a warrior spirit. Some of you have been retreating in the shadows. I feel as if, like, perhaps for the past couple of months, maybe you've been kind of sitting on the sidelines, maybe kind of really beginning to tap into your spiritual gifts and really kind of making sense of what's going on in the world right now. I feel like many of you are stepping into like this warrior spirit. Okay, I feel like for many of you, like there's little orbs in this card, and I feel like this is like spirit messages. I feel for many of you, you're channeling. You're channeling these messages that are coming through, or you're receiving downloads on what it is that you are meant to be speaking out. So I feel like for those of you who picked this card, this is about having the strength and the courage to communicate your strong beliefs, your message to the world. I feel like many of you watching who have picked this card are Lightworkers, Starseeds, Empaths, but I feel like there's like a lot of reservance here. Like I feel as if like you're quite reserved, you don't really speak out about things. Maybe you're not in that place yet where you're speaking your truth and you're communicating it to the world. You're maybe just like tapping into your purpose. And I feel like for you guys, this is about having the strength, the confidence to really start putting yourself out there. I feel like for some of you, like you're getting in touch with angels. Okay, this is what's coming in for me. I feel like you're kind of, for some of you, you're really focused on looking after animals or looking after the environment, and you're really strongly passionate about that. I feel like there's like a specific connection to the Archangel Ariel, or is it Ariel? I'm not sure how like to pronounce it, but who she particularly looks after animals. But I feel like there's like this fierce passion here. For some of you, you could be getting a lot of angel signs, like you could be seeing feathers, you could be seeing orbs, you could be seeing coins even. You know, your spirit guides are trying to communicate with you to let you know that you are that they are there, and that you are, you know, you're making that connection is what I'm trying to explain. For some of you, I feel like some of you lost someone recently. I feel like this was maybe someone who was female. So again, just take what resonates. I'm picking up on an auntie or a sister or someone who passed away that we're still grieving for, but we're looking for signs. I feel like the number 7 from this card as well. So 7 could be making an appearance in your life. It could be that you're seeing like 777. Um, I feel as if this is about your spiritual path, and really, like, in the month of September, you're perhaps like really kind of settling into your spirituality, really kind of paying attention to the messages that are coming through, and it's kind of like you're joining all the dots. Okay, so it feels as if, like, for the past couple of months or recently, you've been doing like a lot of growth, and you've been kind of um like this is the month where you fully integrate your spiritual practices, and that you're more in your power, you're more at peace as well. So let's see what's been going on in your life and what's coming up for the month of September. Some of you may be dealing with um, someone who's being quite difficult right now, someone who is um, now the Emperor typically, it's usually like quite a masculine energy, so it can usually mean a man that's in your life, but not always. Doesn't need to be. It can be, it's not gender specific, but this is someone in your life who is with the Emperor in reverse. Like, this is someone who is quite rigid, who is being quite, like, could be quite abusive, or maybe just throws their weight around quite a bit. What I'm feeling here is that, like, it feels like if you are an empath with what we picked up in this card here, perhaps you're even just feeling the current energies, the way the world is working right now. It could be that you're feeling is quite heavy. It feels like there's like a heavy authority here that you're not gelling with, that you feel as if like you feel like your freedom is compromised, or you feel the need to kind of fight back. But I feel like for many of you, this is in regards to relationships and dealing with someone who is maybe kind of quite domineering, or someone who has got a leverage over you. If this is in a relationship, it could be that your partner is being quite, maybe being a bit abusive without maybe realizing, or maybe just getting their own way all the time. I feel like there is, like, whatever it is, it's like you're gaining the courage here, you're gaining the strength to tackle that, to really put someone in their place, to really say, do you know what? I don't need this in my life. I do not need this heavy energy. For some of you, this is a different message I'm getting here. For some of you, it's social media. It's getting caught up in social media. It's realizing how negative, or maybe you're watching the news all the time and it's been too heavy, too overbearing, and now you're like, I need some balance. I need to kind of detox from this. But with the Justice card, it feels as if like you're fighting for something. You're fighting to get like an equal balance. Okay, so it could be that within a relationship that you are seeking, um, you're perhaps seeking like fairness. For some of you, you could be going through court right now and you're seeking like balance and fairness and safety from the legal system. Again, that's a specific message for someone else. Um, but I feel as if like if you're still in a relationship and you're trying to make this work, it's about trying to come at the person with, trying to be fair, trying to work things out. The Hermit card here, so a lot of us could be withdrawing, really kind of going into that deep soul searching, really, that because we need to really think about what it is that we want. Like, is this serving us? Is whatever that's going on in our life, is that what we really want right now? We have got the Ten of Swords next to that, and that tells me that something needs to end. It looks as if something needs to end. For some of you, this is not a message for everyone, but for some of you who are dealing with the legal side of things and dealing with someone who is abusive and is in a position of authority, someone who is throwing their weight about, like, you need to end this before it gets too dangerous for you. Like, I feel like this person could like, they're wearing you down. This person could literally stab you in the back. Um, really kind of, I don't see this person changing. is what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't see them changing. For some of you, you feel really trapped and overwhelmed. Okay, you feel really trapped and overwhelmed. It's like you can't really make a decision because you're really stuck between a rock and a hard place. But it's like every time you go to make your decision, it's just so overwhelmed by fear or this feeling of oppression that's coming from whatever this is, whether that's a relationship or, again, like it might not be a relationship, it might be like the energy around you or whatever it is that you're engaging in that's not very good for you. It could be some form of addiction. Again, it could be social media. Um, like whenever you try to make choices, your mind is going to the worst case scenario in all these choices. So it's like, I could do this, but this might happen. I could do that, but that might happen. But you're not kind of looking at the positive. You're not really looking at what could go right. Okay, you're seeing like every option has closed doors. So you're needing to take yourself away from that. I feel like you're needing to accept help here. I feel like you're needing to accept help. I feel like there's like a burnout, so you need to take yourself off and you need to kind of really kind of um really think about how you can manage the load of that's on you. Like, how can you stop whatever it is that you're doing? You need some kind of help here. Okay, you need some kind of balance and help. We've also got the Four of Wands. So I do feel as if everything is going to become balanced and it's going to work out, and that this is only temporary. This just might be like a bit of a challenging month for you, but I feel like when you come to the end of the month, like this is getting resolved. Like, I feel like accept help from other people. Accept help from other people. Um, Allow other people to step in for you, specifically where things need to end. Where things need to end, allow other people to step in and perhaps even negotiate on your behalf. Okay, so what else is coming up this month? Okay, so we have loyal heart. So for those of you who are trying to make a specific relationship work, I feel like this is about being loyal. Like, I feel like for some of you, like this person will perhaps see things your way or agree to work things out. So like for some of you, I do feel as if this is going to work out, and this is like, it's just like a process of coming around, and this is about, they are loyal to you, they are faithful to you, they do absolutely love you, but what I'm also kind of feeling here is that for some of you, you need to be loyal to yourself first, okay? So you need to be loyal to your first, and you need to for some of you, yes, you do need to walk away from this. You do need to kind of negotiate, but overall, what I'm seeing, the end result is peace. Okay, the end result is peace. Be loyal to yourself first. Okay, it's not about being right or being wrong, but it's about putting your own values first. To the sea. So when I said about this deep introspection, perhaps going away for a little while, really taking that time alone to reflect. Okay, this is what I'm hearing. Some of you are in a relationship, you're arguing constantly about something. Someone is going to move out temporarily. I don't see it being a long-term thing. Okay, like there's that number 7 again. It is not going to be a long-term thing. Okay, it is just to clear the air and kind of put a little bit of time between you so that you can reach a positive resolution. You also have the card trust. This situation is calling you for you to have faith. Okay, so have faith that this is going to work out for you. Okay, For those of you who are in like a really abusive situation and you're going to court, like I want to tell you that you're going to be safe, okay? So trust that you're going to be safe. We've got love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So like I was saying, like put yourself first, be loyal to yourself first. It's going to have a big impact on how this person kind of treats you, and when they do come around to you, like they're going to recognize like the strength, like you did not allow them to walk over you. You know, that has got to be a given. Engagement, your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So it doesn't always mean that you're going to get engaged, but it does mean there is like some kind of union happening in your life. And if you're not in a relationship, that could be, you know, a better union within yourself. It could be having that peace within yourself. We've got compromise, improving health, and up to you. I feel for this group that you're mostly focused on, like, when it comes to health, I feel like it's more your emotional health. It's more about taking the pressure off, taking a break from this situation so that you can focus on yourself. Okay, because the stress is really wearing you down. It's making you tired. It's draining you, like this card here. Like we said about, you know, this needs to kind of end. The cycle needs to end, and like it's draining you. And we have it's up to you. So at the end of the day, what do you want? It's up to you. Okay, and we have the last couple of cards. So what do we need to know going forward? How can we help ourselves? In September, we have big picture thinking, Ladies' energy, visionary, inspired ideas. All paths lead home. Lost lands, soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. So for those of you who are really focusing in on your spiritual gifts, like I feel like a lot of you are, okay, this is what coming through, like maybe some of you are kind of looking into the Akashic records, looking at your past life, like recognizing that you have been here before. I feel like a lot of you have like a connection to Atlantis. Okay, so some of you are remembering things from a past life. Okay, this is just a specific message that's coming through. Some of you are having dreams perhaps about your past life, and perhaps you're getting curious about ancient civilizations, like you're going to discover things about yourself. We have got big picture thinking, Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. I feel like this is about releasing control of your situation this month and looking at things from a bigger picture. Like when you take your foot off the pedal, when you allow yourself to step away and release control, when you hand it over to the universe or your guides, then you allow the creative inspiration, the ideas of what to do about this situation to flood through into your conscious mind. You're like, oh, I've got this idea, I could do this. Or perhaps I'll handle it this way. Like you get like a new train of thought. And we've got all paths lead home, inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. So deep down you know the truth about your situation. You know what's in your heart when it comes to working things out. You just need to connect with it more by taking that time out. Okay, group 2, that was your reading for September 2020. If it resonated, please let me know. And if you would like a private reading, all the information is down in the section below. Hi group 3, welcome to your pick a card reading for 2020's month of September. If you were drawn to this group, let's have a look at what your first card is. It's blessings. Okay, so I feel like for some of you, like this is what I'm getting, some of you are really kind of been tapping into the moon and the moon cycles. Right now, as we start to September 2020, we're moving right into a full moon in Pisces. So I feel like for some of you, you are connecting with the moon and using it to manifest your desires. I feel like this month you're maybe perhaps starting to receive some of the things that you've been asking for. I feel also that some of you are like realizing your full potential, realizing the magic that you hold within yourself. If we look at this card, you see like the woman is, it's like she's holding like a star here, and look at all the twinkling kind of lights above that. I feel as if this is like realizing like that you are magic. I also want to kind of talk about the fact that she's kind of naked in this card. I feel like for some of you, you've maybe even been working on yourself, working on your body, or perhaps you're just working on feeling love for your body, regardless of where you're at on your health journey, or really kind of focusing in on the body health and kind of making yourself feel, I feel like a sense of peace. So for some of you, you may have been working on loving yourself a little bit extra hard, being kind to yourself, giving yourself really nourishing foods to eat. Um, I also really drawn to the blue in this card and the kind of green. That kind of, I feel like there's like a lot of, I feel like there's like a lot of throat chakra work in this card, like working on your throat chakra, but I feel as if it's like it's not about what you're speaking, it's more what you're choosing to speak. So I feel like for many of you, like you're focusing on um you're being careful what you say. You're being careful what you say. And it's not that you're restricting what you say, but I feel like you're really becoming aware of the power that your words hold. You realize the magic that your words hold. And when that you speak, that you literally cast spells. Okay, so you're making sure that you're careful what you say and that you're speaking out only things which are positive, or maybe only things that are relevant. Okay, so what I'm hearing is it's about speaking less and listening more. Okay, for some of you, it's about listening more to that divine, that divine consciousness, that divine being, and really get in touch with your inner truth and your intuition. I feel like this is something that you're going to be going really deep with in the month of September. So I'm just going to have a look at your cards. Okay, so it feels like you have maybe been a little bit stuck about choices recently, specifically when it comes to work or creativity. I feel like for many of you, like this may be for those of you who are kind of thinking about COVID, maybe and how that affected you, like quarantine, lockdown, wherever it is that you are, maybe feeling that things are restricted. I feel like this group perhaps struggled the most with the lockdown or quarantine, and really kind of, I get this sense of wanting to escape, this sense of wanting to travel. Perhaps like you've had some travel plans that have been cancelled, but I feel like now you're kind of like looking ahead now, you're looking towards the future and feel like things are beginning to pick up for you. With the Page of Cups in reverse here, I feel like this is really like the Page of Cups when it's up the right way. It could be that there is like a gesture of love coming from somewhere, but this is specifically to do with the Page of Cups is someone who's quite, can be immature, a little bit kind of childish, but they're quite creative, enthusiastic, and have a childlike play quality to them. as it's in the reverse, I feel like perhaps like you're not, like whatever's went down in quarantine or lockdown, it's just made you feel like really cut off from that inner child part of you, like your creativity, your spark, like your get up and go, your enthusiasm, your positivity, your ability to look on the bright side of life. I feel like some of you are also, I feel like maybe some of you work with children. Maybe some of you work with children and you're really kind of feeling like the effects of that, because I know for some of you who do work with children, like during quarantine, like that was very much restricted. So I feel like there's perhaps like this feeling of like missing children. Some of you are perhaps like making long-term goals to work with children or protect children. Um, and really kind of, I feel like some of you are standing up for children, like you've really got into like the Save the Children movement, and really kind of looking at this as part of your life mission, your goal. We have got the Knight of Pentacles here, so I feel as if this is about moving towards your future in terms of career. It feels as if like you're still not entirely sure about what it is that is the next step to take, but I feel like whatever it is like, I feel like your career is going to move forward again. Like if you were out of work, I feel like, you know, it is going to come around again, but it's like it's very slow and steady. It's not, there isn't like this rush of money that you thought there would be with restrictions lifting. I feel like you're doing like a lot of thought about what you're going to be doing with your future, and I feel like some of you within this group are definitely going back to school or looking at what you can do in the future. Now this could be, some of you might be studying like child development or looking at working with children, maybe being like a children's nurse. I really feel like there's a strong energy of like children here. But I feel like maybe you don't really know what to do. You don't really know if like you can afford it, or what I want to tell you here is like it's about not um I feel very much that this is not about a quick solution. Like none of this, whatever decisions you're taking right now, none of it is going to be like a quick fix. Okay, but it is about building your future and building your future strongly on like a secure ground. I feel like whatever it is that you decide to do, you know, you're going to have success. You're going to have success. Try and not think too much, like too far ahead, and getting your hopes up. I feel like when it comes to your creativity this month or your passion, it still feels like you're a little bit stuck. I don't really see much movement here in terms of getting like that fire beneath you. I feel like um we're a little bit blocked, okay? There are new beginnings coming for you, but you're just not in the right place to receive them right now. I feel like there's too much indecision about what it is that you want or what it is that you should go for. Um I feel like some of you are perhaps stuck on a relationship as well, like perhaps things ended with someone either during the quarantine or beforehand, and there's like a lot of thought about, you know, what's going to happen with this relationship. Um, I feel like some of you, like perhaps this relationship ended, but you're still living together, but you're kind of trying to get to that stage where like, you know, it's time to start living apart, and you're wondering when that's going to happen. Like you're wondering when this person's going to move out, or you're going to get that chance to kind of like just restart your life. Okay. Um, I feel like there is something coming in here. Like I feel like there is someone that's kind of maybe watching your social media. Um, someone coming. This person that you might be dealing with right now they may be an air sign. We've got the Page of Swords. They may be very airy-fairy, wishy-washy. They might not really have, like, perhaps you're waiting on this person making a decision, but it's affecting you. Perhaps the reason you can't make a decision on where you're going right now is because you're waiting for someone else to make their decision. So I feel like for this month it feels as if things are a little bit muddled for you. It doesn't feel like you're making the progress that you want. However, what Spirit is showing me is that in order to move forward, you need to kind of focus more on yourself and making decisions for you. If you're relying on other people to make the first move or to see what everyone else is doing or playing it safe, like, you're not going to get where you want to be. Okay, we've got come to the edge, take a risk. Okay, so like Spirit is like saying, like, you want out of this situation, you need to take a risk, you need to make a decision, you need to kind of jump. Okay, we've got poise, so if you jump, the universe is going to catch you. It's not going to be a case of you like falling on your arse, you've made the wrong decision. No, like, when you make a decision, it's a really powerful thing. When you solidly make a decision with something, with someone or something, that this is what you're going to do, like, the universe puts the steps in place to support you. Milk and honey here. The milk and honey card, for me, always shows up usually when we do need to take that particular leap of faith. Okay, and we're not really sure if it's going to work out, but the milk and honey is like, look, you'll have everything that you need. You've got everything you need to do this, so do it, like, jump in. We have got the card of forgiveness. Okay, so perhaps we need to, in order to move forward, maybe we need to release someone from our energy. Okay, and that's really what forgiveness is. Like, forgiveness is the process of releasing someone or something from your energy if someone's hurt you, instead of holding on to it and allowing it to continue to affect you. When we forgive someone, we're really making the decision that their actions are no longer going to affect us anymore. Okay, we've also got take action. Okay, so this is kind of what I was saying here with come to the edge. You need to kind of jump, saying take action. Okay, only you can take action within this situation. It's just making a clear decision. We also have the card no, so I feel like this could be to do with the other person, perhaps giving your power to the other person. It's saying, like, no, don't do that. Okay, if you have a specific question about whether you should go a certain way, it could be that no is your answer. Okay, I feel like whatever this is, you know, like, when you look at this card here, you've got the angel here blowing its trumpet, and you've got the person on the opposite side here, and it looks as if, like, it kind of looks as if, like, they're, like, just waiting to receive a message. So for you, I feel like, you know, this could be like the signs that I was talking about, like, your spirit guides could be trying to, like, reach a message to you, like, you don't realize how powerful you are. Okay, so ask for a sign, like, ask for a sign from your guides, and trust that you're going to receive that sign, and they will give you the clear message that you need. When it comes to love, it feels as if, like, for those of you who are single, I feel like there could be someone coming into your life. Now, I'm wondering if this could be, right, this is a specific message for someone. Maybe the person that you're involved with, maybe you're waiting for them to make a decision about whether they are going to start a relationship with you, or maybe they are already with someone else, and maybe the decision that they need to make is, like, you or them. Okay, and I feel like maybe perhaps this could be where the no comes in from, like, maybe it's you that needs to make that, like, do, like, say no and make your decision. Okay, It could be that you've got like a lot of chemistry with this person. It could be that, you know, there is true love here, but while you're waiting on someone else to make a decision, you're missing out on the vital like joy of life that you can have for yourself. When you decide to come away from that, it's really powerful. It's really powerful. Like if you are in a situationship with this person is with someone else, this is coming in for me as well. Someone who maybe you thought was single, maybe isn't as single as they made themselves out to be. So I feel like this person could have feelings for you, and there is like a strong chemistry with this person. There's even love, but they need to make a decision. Make the decision yourself by backing it away, and like leave that person's path clear for them to really do what they need to do or do what they want to do and start building your life. Okay, that was a specific message. That's not going to be for everybody, but I feel like for some of you, like for those of you who are maybe like living with a partner, but you are not like together anymore, but you are living under the same roof, like true love and chemistry and attraction, like these are all coming in for you, but you need to kind of set those boundaries with this other person. You need to get this maybe get this other person to move out, to, you know, have some boundaries so that you can start living your life again. Okay, and let's see what else is coming in for you. We have got loosen your grip, coping mechanisms, density, addiction, and let God in. Oh, I meant to say these three cards here that we're going over just now, those are like what actions do we need to take to help ourselves in September 2020. So loosen your grip, coping mechanisms, density, addiction, and let God in. So we need to release and let go. Okay, perhaps your addiction is just holding on. Okay, maybe it's like having that control, like really like asking for that, like being afraid to let go, being frightened to walk away in case like, what if I walk away and then this person decides, oh well, they don't want me. But if you walk away, you've got choices and you allow the universe to support you and bring you in the next step. The Seven Star Sisters, Birthing Creations, Tapestry of Life and Expression. I really feel like when I look at this card, there's so much freedom in this card. So I feel very much for you that this is about freedom, embracing, like stepping out the way to really allow the change to occur in your life. And we've got high wreath, is it high wreath? I don't know if I'm saying that right. Longing for home, homesickness for the stars. I feel like that, like this is just signifying that you are like an empath. You're perhaps getting a little bit homesick right now, but I feel very much like what this also means, like if you're hanging so tightly onto someone making a particular decision before you can move, before you can make your choices, you're cutting yourself off from like moving forward. And I feel like for some of you, like you're frightened to move forward because you're perhaps worried about feeling lost, or you're worried about being on your own, or you're worried about being lonely and feeling disconnected from someone. Like perhaps like part of the illusion is perhaps because they're already there, like you feel safe. um I'm also feeling like, yeah, some of you are frightened to kind of go on your own in case and make a decision in case like the person doesn't pick you, and then you've got that, you know, you've got that grief of having to break up with someone, because if you stayed in that situation, you still kind of had them. Does that make any sense? Okay, so there's like a lot of letting go, a lot of releasing control for this group, and really kind of getting in touch with our intuition this month and deciding what we want to bring things forward. Okay, group 3, that was your reading. Let me know in the comments below if it resonated, and you can find all my details in the description box on how to book a reading with me, how to follow me on social media, and I look forward to seeing you all soon. Bye.